Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. Today we have a very iconic whiskey bottle on the cask. It's the Jack Daniel's Old Number 7. The best-selling Jack Daniel's and one of the best-selling whiskeys in the world. So why is Jack Daniel's so popular? Why is it so good? Why does it sell so good? And it is because it hits the taste of the broad consumer. And the broad consumer, what I think the broad consumer wants is an easy drinking whiskey. So this is not a sipping whiskey. This is actually, if I do this here with my glass and I really taste it, this is not the usual way of drinking Jack Daniel's Old Number 7. You usually drink it with Coke, or you drink it neat with ice or something like that. But every time you drink a Jack Daniel's whiskey, it just goes down smoothly. And the question is, why is that? It is smoother than even all the other very sweet and gentle Kentucky straight bourbon. And that's because it is a Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey is basically a bourbon, but it has some tougher restrictions. So what you have to do is you have to do charcoal mellowing. And charcoal mellowing is a process also known as the Lincoln County process. And what you do is when you have distilled your whiskey, it's a very sharp alcohol. Usually you take it into a barrel and then you let it rest there and it becomes a bit more gentle, not that alcoholic, and you get the nice caramel, vanilla flavors from the wood. And with this one, before you put it into a barrel, you actually do the charcoal mellowing, the Lincoln County process. You have the raw spirit and you let it drip through charcoal made from sugar maple, and they do it actually on site at Jack Daniel's. They don't buy the charcoal. They actually take the sugar maple staves. They buy them, put them in the rack, then they light them on fire, let everything burn down, hose it down before it comes to the ash, and that's what they have for the charcoal as the charcoal mellowing. I think they do grind it down a bit as well to create more surface for the raw spirit of Jack Daniel's to react, and then they put it all in a tank and let the spirit drip through the charcoal. And charcoal is a substance that is very active. You know, active charcoal that you put into your water bottle when you go hiking and you take water from an unknown water source and you don't know if there's bacteria in it. You take charcoal, put it into your water, and it reacts to everything, and it actually reacts with the bacteria as well and kills it. It doesn't react with water. So it reacts with the sharp substances within the alcohol and neutralizes them. So what you do is you take the very sharp substances from the Jack Daniel's and you take them out with the charcoal. You have a similar effect with normal bourbon, American bourbon, or other whiskeys when you have a charred cask. You have a cask and you char it from the inside, so you have a charcoal layer. So the whiskey inside the barrel reacts with the charcoal inside the charcoal layer, and the more sharper parts are taken out of the whiskey. So here we have a whiskey with very strong reductive maturation. Reductive as in we take out the sharp flavors, and what we're left is a very smooth and fine alcohol that is then matured in the fresh American oak casks that give the whiskey this distinctive sweet flavor that you know of. I think I've talked a lot about that. If you'd like to know more about it, then I've done a video at the Jack Daniel's distillery, and I've even had a talk with one of the upcoming master distillers, and it's very interesting. You can see the charcoal and the burning of the charcoal in the video, so just go on the YouTube channel and and look for the Jack Daniel's distillery tour. I think if you just go the YouTube search on result number 1 or 2 or something like that. Yeah, so very unusual in a tasting glass, the old number 7, but just want to be consistent to give it a fair try against all the other more expensive whiskey. Actually, it's not that cheap if you have to look at it. The Jack Daniel's is like, yeah, it's a brand, and you have to pay for the brand and for the quality that is inside Jack Daniel's. In Germany, it nearly costs 20 euros, so around the world it will probably cost something between $10 or $20, something like that. I don't think you will get it for $10, or let's say $15 to $20. Oh, it's really, really, really sweet with a lot of vanilla, and there's even a bit oak coming through. So it's not just for straightforward vanilla caramel, but also a little oak in there. There's always a speculation about going on how old is the Jack Daniel's Old Number 7. Is it 2 years old? No, it's not 2 years old. It has to be older. It's not quite clear, but they do mature it pretty long for a drinking whiskey. It's not a 8-year-old. It's probably not a 5-year-old. I would say it's somewhere around 3, maybe 3.5, 4 years. It is a 40% whiskey, but it really feels like a 35% whiskey. And it's straightforward. It is sweet. It is a little bit fruity, a lot of caramel. So all these the flavors that you get from the corn, it's made mostly of corn, and it's therefore really, really sweet with all these caramel, vanilla flavors. The vanilla and the caramel actually do come from the wood, though. I like it. It's one of these whiskeys that you have in your mouth. It's nice, sweet. You can swallow it. Nice as well. It doesn't stay long. It doesn't have a long finish. If I have it in my mouth now, there's a small remembrance of Old Number 7. It's quick drinking, quick forgetting as well. Yeah. There's a bit of a sticky note coming through. That's what all the bourbon critiques always going at, and they're like, yeah, that smells and that tastes like glue. I don't think it tastes like glue. I think it's more of a little bit of a fresh note as well, a little bit of a citric note. But that depends on what you want to believe. There's a lot going on about perception. If I tell you this may taste like berries, then most of you will taste a few berries in there, just because I've talked about it. Now probably I will taste a few berries. So yeah, for the price, it's a good drinking whiskey. If you want to have something that really is intriguing and really challenges you, that's not the bottle for you. If you want to just have a glass to just calm down after a day's work of lumberjacking or something like that, then the Jack Daniel's is perfect. It's just a nice, smooth drinking whiskey that you can take a few gulps of it. It doesn't burn you. It's just mellow. It's just sweet. Has a bit of that glowing feeling in your mouth. Then that's the perfect use for Jack Daniel's whiskey Old Number 7. But yeah, as I know, there are a lot of malt heads out there for you. Probably not the whiskey for you then. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. If you like to know more about, like, let's say the difference between bourbon or Tennessee whiskey, then go to Whisky.com. You will find a lot of articles there. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.